Hello and welcome to day 15. Yesterday we talked a lot about the tools for mobile optimization, and today we're actually going to go back into the mobile, but we're specifically going to look at the header menu. And this video might be a little bit of a modge podge because quite frankly, dealing with the menus in the mobile versions is kind of a modge podge. You'll just see it when we get there, but we will get through it, and hopefully you will kind of learn how to do this. And I also, I've got a pretty useful tool that helps with this that's built into the Chrome browser, and you don't have to use that one, but I'll show you how to do that as well, just to help you with your mobile viewing and designing. So let's jump right in. Okay, so here again, we're coming into the website and to our website pages, and we're going to use our home page. This familiar page that we keep coming to. It's looking great too. So we've got our menu up here, and you can see that it's orange, and we've got two different menus. That's why we've got the two blue boxes, and we've got the user menu there. So when we jump into our mobile view, we see the hamburger is over here on the left. And this is pretty interesting, actually. When I first started playing with this just a few minutes ago, the hamburger was on the right. Wait, it's on the right now. It was on the left. Now it's on the right. I get those mixed up sometimes. So it was on the other side, and it was just being super weird. And then all of a sudden, bam, now it's on this side. So I mentioned in the last video that the previewer is sometimes messed up, and it is. So it makes it hard because you're like, okay, well, am I seeing what I'm actually seeing? Anyways, you just have to test. You've got to check it out. You've got to test it. And you've got to just go through as many of the options as you can to see if you can get done what you want. So what I mean by that is when I come up here into the menu, there's just like a lot of options. We've got text color, background color, normal or overlay, sticky color, sticky background, and then each of our menus. And then we've got desktop layout and mobile layout. And sometimes you even have to like turn something on that you know you don't want just to turn it off to see if you're going to be able to like actually get the effect that you want. It's just unfortunately a little bit bizarre. Now, text color is pretty straightforward. Background color also straightforward. You can see that. And let's jump over the side. Position, normal and overlay. So normal is it's got its own space. Overlay is it's overlaid. And I did take this section padding out, so it shouldn't be there, but it's showing it to us right now, and we'll see if it's actually there or not, once we get into a better previewer. The sticky is that when you roll, your header stays there with you. Another not so great thing about the previewer is, well, you can't actually open this menu up to see what it looks like. And how come sticky isn't working? Okay, well, we'll get to all of those things. But right now, just know that's what sticky header does. And then you can change this text and the background color when it's stickied. So after just lots of button pushing and looking through all of these options, you come down here and you learn that you've got some more text color, text background options. You've got more buttons to push and sticky icon. And then, okay, well, what's this? Sticky hamburger icon color. We click on that. Let's give it a purple. And then we'll come up here. We'll turn sticky back on. And still not working. Okay, maybe we have to save it. Normally in the page editor, you don't have to hit save for things to update. Oh, and now we've got this weird thing coming up here, but the sticky is working. So you see how I'm scrolling now I can see the the menu, and it's changing color. And so I'm going to remove that color, and now, oh, and I'm going to save it. Come on. And now it's sticking there in the same color. So I want to see, it's showing me it's open, but where's my text? All right. So enough of this. Like I said, it's kind of a Mod Podge. We're going to start looking at this somewhere else. So I'm going to hit preview, and I'm opening up this screen here. And you're like, okay, well, wait a second. Mine doesn't look like that. And unfortunately, I can't show you this next part because it just doesn't record. But I'm using Chrome, and in the toolbar, up at the top of the screen where it's like file and menu and, well, what's it say? It says file, edit, view, history, bookmarks, profile. That's what I'm talking about. In the toolbar up there, you go up and you click on view, and then the drop down menu comes down and you click on developer, and then you slide over this way and you go to developer tools. Now, if you're on a Mac, the shortcut for this is Control, Command, and I. And so developer tools, and if you aren't able to follow this kind of poor demonstration on how to get here without being able to see these menus, just Google developer tools and Chrome, and you'll be able to see how to do that. For some reason, its screen recording just isn't recording the menu popping down. But anyways, once you get to the developer tools, you see this, and you can actually simulate a bunch of different screen sizes. So here's like anyways, I'm clicking up here, and I'm going to just be showing the iPhone. So this is what it looks like on an iPhone. And first of all, you're like, okay, well, why is the hamburger over there when over here it's over there? Don't ask me. Okay, it just is. We can change it. It's just frustrating not being able to really see it properly in Kajabi's editor. The nice thing about this, you can click on it and you see all the words, and you're like, oh, okay, great. I can see those ones, and these ones I can't really see. So we're going to start using this previewer, and we're going to start, actually being able to control what's going on here. So first of all, let's move this menu so that it's not in that side, but it's somewhere else. And to do that, unfortunately, it is not mobile text alignment, but you have to come into the desktop layout, which is bizarre because we're affecting the mobile. But you come in here and you click on, center, right, blah, 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 whatever you want. So I'm going to go to the right, and I'm going to hit save. And now I'm going to come back to my previewer, and I'm going to refresh my page, and now it's on the right. I click on it, the text's still on the left. Okay, I don't like the way that looks. So I'm going to come back over to my page. I'm going to come into the mobile, and here where the text alignment is, I like center. And so I'm going to hit save. And then I'm going to come back here, and I'll refresh that, and I will see, okay, save, and there we go. All right, down the middle. Now, remember when I talked about this one here, normal and overlay? Well, normal puts that space up there. Overlay doesn't, it sucks it right up. And then remember how when I was in this section, I deleted all of, oh, pardon me, I'm in the content there. Hitting back, coming to the section, I deleted all that padding. Well, now we can see that it worked because my image is just all the way up to the top. But I want this, section to be bigger. And so the way that I do that is I can either add a bunch of space at the bottom, like let's say 400, or if I don't want to do it that way, I can come into, just ignore what it's showing you here. It's wrong. I can come into the words and I can just add some space there. So I'm going to put in a couple lines. I'm going to save it. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to refresh it. So unfortunately, if your editor is giving you some weird stuff, you just have to look at it in a mobile simulator in a preview. And that's just the way it is. Hopefully Kajabi will fix this in a page update sometime in the near future. All right, so I'm going to click on this guy just as a quick way to come back into the menu over here. And I don't want sticky. I do like overlay, and I like that color. But I want to see if I can get a background for my text, because it's just hard to see those words with what I've got there. And to be honest, I don't know if this is possible. So we're just going to take a look and see. Header text color. Well, actually I could change that to affect my the way the text is showing up. I'm just going to jump to a brighter yellow for that. The background, that's probably going to do a background over everything. It does. But it doesn't do the background over desktop, so that's good to know. I'm going to save this though and just actually see what's going on over here. Refresh that. So my background is there, even though I'm on overlay. But now I have a background over the whole thing. When it drops down, it makes the text a lot easier to read. Okay, so that's interesting. Well, let's clear this background and see if we can come up with a good compromise to make this work. I did change the text color, so maybe that will help me. Let's find out. Still, you can't read that about above a big place. And as soon as you scroll, the words go away. So it looks like I'm going to have to do something. I could either take this close menu off, scroll button off, and really I'm just going through this process not to show you that I don't know what I'm doing, but to show you that sometimes you just have to click all the buttons and just explore all of the options to see what is going on. Now I can scroll, okay, and that actually, is a lot more workable because I can kind of see things, if I need to, I can move them around. And so that's not so bad. But what about if we do add a background? We just add, a dark background, and then we make it transparent. Not working so great with this image. Not working so great. And I'm going to go like that, and I'm just going to explore the option of not having an overlay. Now, unfortunately, this option here, normal and overlay, affects both mobile and desktop at the same time. Not liking that. I was thinking I could have black. Well, let's go down here. Anyways, it affects both the mobile and the desktop at the same time. And so you really have to, be careful. Thinking that you solved the problem over here and then realized that, you caused a problem over here. Still, I'm going to test it out. And, okay. Where did it go? What happened? Mobile. Hide header's not there. Header background color, text color, got the icon. Normal. Header background color. Okay. What is happening to me? All right, just needed to refresh that. Clicking that slides it down. Because it's not overlay, it slides down with the background. And so these are the options that we get to work with. We're just going to have to decide, what do we want? What compromises are we willing to make? In the typography, we can specifically adjust the font size, so that's great. And I guess I should come into here. So if we come into the menu, we can stretch the block, we can change the text alignment, and we can save that. And we'll preview that. Those types of things don't affect the mobile. Those types of things here really just affect the desktop. you can see this box here is really small. When I stretch it, now it's really big. And when I change the text alignment, the text changes within that box. So hopefully this video helped a little bit. All right, it is confusing trying to teach you how to use the header when it's just so awkward. But really, it's just awkward. You just have to take your time and see what you want and what you're willing to accept. It just becomes more complicated when you want things more specialized. And you can get what you want, though, if you're willing to make a couple sacrifices or take your time and just clicking through all the buttons. So don't be discouraged, but just be aware that your mobile view is a little bit broken, and you just have to really explore all of the options. You know, it's weird. It just is that you affect the hamburger location, left, right, middle, center, all that stuff on the mobile screen under the desktop layout. You're not going to think to go there to look. So with that in mind, just remember, all right, I'm not seeing the button that I want. Maybe I just need to look in some places that I wouldn't think to look, that I shouldn't have to look to find it. But all in all, knowing the tools is going to put you in a better spot than not. You might not be able to have it be exactly the way you want, but if you know the tools, you'll be able to come up with something that works. So hopefully this helped, and I will see you tomorrow for some more tips.